Good afternoon. It is 20 after 4 on Monday, Thanksgiving Monday. How is everybody doing? Anybody who happens to be watching? I haven't vlogged in a few days. I have been wicked tired, just like stupid tired. Feeling a little bit better today, but I'm hoping. I was up a little later than I wanted to be last night, but I've been going to bed between 11 and 11:30, which I never do. I'm a night person, so hoping get to bed early again tonight and all should be right with the world. I also upped my vitamins because why not? So hopefully that'll help. Monkey's been fighting a bit of a cold, I guess, since Friday. I didn't see him Friday. He was still in bed when I left for work Friday morning. They had a PD day at school. And his stepmom picked him up sometime Friday afternoon. But I spoke to him Saturday, I think it was Saturday, like late afternoon, early evening kind of deal. Because I'd gone to the Spirit Halloween for him, looking for a mask that he wants. And I couldn't find what he wanted, so I had to talk to him. So I called him. I called his stepmother, and she put him on the phone. And he did not sound good. He did not sound good at all. So she had texted me, I don't know, sometime Sunday, and said, you know, he's really stuffed up and whatever. And they were driving somewhere for Thanksgiving, and whether it was her mom's or his dad's mom's, I don't know, but both of them are quite the drive. So she had sort of said, you know, he's feeling really icky, and I don't think a long car ride with 2 screaming toddlers is, you know. And I said, no, that's fine. You go ahead and drop him off. Got a weird message. I don't know what that said. You go ahead and drop him off. That's fine. I had everything I needed for a turkey dinner, so I had more than enough to feed everybody. So that's fine. So he came home Saturday afternoon at some point. I was out. I had to take, well, Saturday I had to take my car in for, you know, tire rotation, oil change, fluid top up, all that kind of shit. And so tired. I was so tired. Oh my God, I was so tired. That was Saturday. Yeah, that was Saturday. And then I'd run out. I'd gotten everything I needed for dinner except Cool Whip. Can't have pie without Cool Whip. And I'd bought in 2 pies. So I went out and I got Cool Whip and a case of water and a case of Gatorade. The Cool Whip. There were some other little odds and sods. I figured, well, I'm out. And when I got home, both Monkey and my boyfriend were there. So that was fine. Yeah, we just sort of chilled. My boyfriend and I just sort of chilled on the couch. I turned my laptop on and we watched, well, I watched House on the Prime. And I started dinner, I don't know, around 2, I guess. Boo Boo was at work. He worked until 6. So I had everything timed to be ready by the time I got home with Boo Boo. So, I don't know, around 5:30, I said to my boyfriend, just keep an eye on everything. Everything should be pretty much done in the next half hour. just turn everything off, and I will throw everything together when I get in. So that's what I did. That's fine. I went and grabbed Boo Boo, and I went and grabbed a coffee because I needed one, and threw everything together when I got home. And we sat down to eat. We all sat down at the table, something that we never do in my house anymore. And I don't know how that stopped, but whatever. Holiday meals, we gather at the table and eat. And I don't know, I guess everything was good. Everybody ate it, so I hate cooking. I loathe and despise it. I fucking can't stand it. And I don't eat meat, so I assumed the turkey and everything turned out fine, because like I said, everybody ate it. My boyfriend polished off the rest of the turkey this morning, so. And we had the pie in the Cool Whip. So yeah, our Thanksgiving dinner was good. And Monkey kept saying he felt better, because I was driving him nuts. You okay? How you feeling? You okay? You okay? And I don't know, I let him stay up until about 9, 20 after 9, something like that. I actually kind of lost track of time because I was watching House. I love that show. I love that show so much. And I sent him off to bed. And then this morning, I was going to make fried mashed potatoes and scrambled eggs for everybody, right? I had, like, one thing I had a mass amount left over of was mashed potatoes. And I did that on purpose so that I could do fried mashed potatoes and scrambled eggs this morning. Half the fucking potatoes were gone. Somebody, I'm thinking boo-boo shaped, a boo-boo shaped somebody got into the potatoes last night. So I was like, well, yeah, fuck it, you're all on your own. I finished cleaning up the kitchen from last night, and I ran the dishwasher, and I went, fucking sat on the couch. Nope. Left. Monkey can make himself a PB&J, and my boyfriend polished off the rest of the turkey, and I don't think Boo Boo's even eaten yet today. Whatever. I polished off the cherry pie. That's what I ate. That was my brunch. Excuse me. Then my boyfriend went home, I don't know, somewhere around 1:30, 2 o'clock, something like that. He's got to do his cooking for the week, so he texts me back. I said, you know, I always tell him, text me when you get home, and he texted me when he got in, and he's like, yep, back at my shithole. I said, well, one day we'll remedy that. I don't know what to tell you. I'm so tired. I'm watching something right now. Love you, bye-bye. So tired. Oh my god. And today is so beautiful out. Like, it's a nice day to go for a walk. It's a nice day to do all the fucking yard shit that I should be doing. Cutting my grass, cleaning up my yards. I just can't fucking be bothered. I'm so tired. I am gonna put up my Halloween shit today, though. That's happening. I don't care. I'd be on my fucking deathbed. I don't care. Halloween's getting put up all over my house. I don't care. I think part of my problem is my job right now. I'm a residential cleaner. Okay. I've only been doing it since June or July. And I will never bitch about working, because having been unemployed for 1.5 years, it sucks ass. I don't fucking care what I do, as long as it gets the paycheck and gets me out of the house. Happy as a clam. It's nowhere near my dream job. It's definitely not something I enjoy doing. But it's a job. It gives me a paycheck. However, and I very much enjoy my coworker, I must say. She makes me laugh. And so does my boss. But, there's a but. On Wednesday, this past Wednesday? I think it was this past Wednesday. I took off because my buddy went in for surgery. And he'd asked me to stick around the hospital. He didn't feel good about the surgery. We'll leave it at that. And he asked me to stick around. Of course I'm going to stick around, the man's family. So I'd spoken to my boss about it. She was cool with it. She said she was cool with it. And in the meantime, on the Tuesday, Monkey had gotten into a huge beef at school. It was a whole thing. I had to take him to Emerge. I had to call youth division. It was a whole thing. And I ended up, even if this thing hadn't been going on with my buddy, I would have been home with Monkey. Okay. It was a huge ordeal. It's dealt with now. Everybody's fine, but it was a thing. So, while I was off, my boss took on another employee. Okay, she hired somebody. And that somebody worked with my boss and my coworker the Wednesday that I was off, okay? Nothing was ever mentioned to me about it. Nothing. Right? I asked how everything went. My boss told me everything was fine. It was crazy, but it was fine. And it was left at that. Then on... Okay, so that must have been a week ago. So then this Thursday, we're cleaning at somebody's house. And my coworker says to me, "She's really watching you." And I was like, "Oh, well, okay." And she goes, "No, she's watching you. Like she's really watching you." I was like, "Okay." So Friday rolls around. I'm not thinking anything of this. Friday rolls around. And my coworker wasn't in. She took the day off. Good for her. I have no issue with anybody doing that. My boss comes and picks me up, and she says to me, she then tells me about this other hire. And that she'd been in on the Wednesday and whatever the fuck. And I was like, oh. No, it wasn't when Boo Boo got, or not when Monkey was hurt. It was, what was I off for? I was taking Monkey to the eye doctor. That's what that was. And she had said to me, this is where it gets weird. Okay, so she said to me, I said to her Tuesday, "I'm sorry, I forgot about this eye appointment. I gotta, it's at 4. Do you think we'll be done by 3:30? She's like, "Yep, no problem. We've done by 3:30. I'll have you home. It's not an issue," right? Then at the end of the day on Tuesday, she all of a sudden says that she didn't come into the last house we cleaned. It was just me and my coworker, and she fucked off, which she does often to do quotes and shit. That's fine. But she comes back, picks us up, and says to me, "You might as well just take Wednesday off. Somebody canceled, something got fucked up, and I can't guarantee you that you'll be back by 3:30. Okie dokie. Whatever. So then I came back to work on Thursday. Nothing was said about it. My coworker told me she was watching me really closely. La la la, right? Friday rolls around. My coworker doesn't come in. And we end up, my boss tells me about this new hire, okay? And that she had been there on the Wednesday I was off, taking Monkey to the eye doctor. And that, she seemed to be catching on really quick. She seemed to do a good job, all this kind of shit, right? And I'm going, okay. Now, I'm bearing in mind, before she hired me, okay, when I went for my interview, she had told me that her plan was to hire 2 extra people and have an extra team, right? Because she had a feeling that once the COVID restrictions lifted, that we would be getting more calls for cleaning, which we have, okay? It's been insane. So I'm kind of thinking, okay, she's starting this, looking into doing the second team. Cool, right? Never thought anything of it. As the day goes on, we're in a client's home. And of course, the client's asking about the new girl, right? Whenever you bring somebody new into somebody's home, like, they want to know what's going on. They want to know. And so they were talking, and I'm working, but, you know, I'm trying to listen because I'm a nosy bitch. And the lady is going on and on about how, you know, oh, you're going to have somebody on call and needing steady work schedules and blah, 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 blah. And my boss is really not answering her, right? She's just kind of, oh, well, you know, and just being kind of evasive about it. So now I'm going, okay. Okie dokie. Then the three of us are in the van, and we got talking about cars and whatever. I don't know how that came up. Talking about vehicles anyway. And my boss says, oh, I'm going to drive this van into the ground. Like, I'm not putting any more money into it, la, la, la. I'm going to drive it into the ground, and then I'll look into getting another van. So now I'm going, so we have this extra hire, which makes us a crew of 4. When a crew of 3, a lot of times, is very awkward. Unless you're doing a great big Jesus house, a crew of 3 is very awkward. Now we're a crew of 4. Is somebody on call for when we need a day off or whatever the fuck? Or, and until you get this next crew started? Or are you looking to replace somebody? Because you have to remember, my coworker has been working with my boss for like 16, 17 years, something like that. Okay. I've only been there for maybe 4 or 5 months. Okay. I do not move as fast as my boss. It's not humanly, but my boss isn't human. Okay. She's just not. She works incredibly fast. And neither myself nor my coworker can keep up with her. Like, fuck me. Like, so whatever. So now I'm thinking, okay, you're not getting another van. Like, you're not going to fix this one. You're not willing to put money in to fix it. You're not going to get a new van until this one pooches. Why do we have a team of 4? Like, nobody in their right mind is going to take a job where they're on call always. And I'm not taking a job where I'm on call ever. I need a steady paycheck. Most people do. So now I'm thinking she's kind of being shady Dickens. And whether it's toward me or my coworker is completely irrelevant. She's being shady. And I'm not about to ask her about it. So, trust and believe, a bitch started hitting me Indeed on Saturday. Glad I didn't delete it off my phone. Long as I can find a job that pays me no less than $16 an hour, we're fine. I ain't getting fucked around like that. I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. She's starting the other. She's looking. She's getting the other team thing in the works. Gucci. Like, that's awesome. because it was supposed to be me and my coworker. It was explained to me that me and my coworker, my current coworker, would be a team of 2. Fucking fabulous, because we work very, very well together. Yeah, let me and my coworker go get her done, and my boss and this other hire can go get their shit done. And like, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. This kid's like barely 19. Like, I don't think she's 19 yet. She can rush around like a chicken with her head cut off with my boss. Go fucking have fun with that. I'm fucking 44 years old. I'm just not rushing like that. Sorry. My body can't move like that no more. Get the fuck out of here. My body's been beaten up and fucking absolutely destroyed over the years. Every job I've ever worked has always been on my feet for anywhere between 8 to 10 hours a day. My hips are getting bad. I have carpal tunnel in both wrists. My back is shit. Like, a bitch will push through. Don't get me wrong. I will pop me 2 or 3 ibuprofen and fucking get her done. But we're going to get her done in a proper speed. Not fucking supersonic gidget on a fucking spinner kind of thing. Like, that ain't happening. I am not doing that. And certainly not for $15 an hour. Eat a dick. And no benefits. Like, fuck you. Like, you know, I appreciate the job and whatever the fuck, but like I said, this is all starting to feel very shady to me. And I mean, if you're starting the other team, then, you know, there needs to be some sort of communication. If you're looking to get rid of somebody, there needs to be communication there, because as employees, we are expected to give our employer 2 weeks notice. The same fucking courtesy would be nice. But I'm at the point in my fucking life where I don't feel I owe any employer anything. So, you know, that's fine. I'll just keep looking, and I mean, whether that's what she's doing or not, you know, something else comes along, I'll fucking snag it, because I don't trust her anymore. There's zero trust there. I don't trust that my job is secure at all. I don't think there's really any such thing as job security anymore anyway. I don't think there has been for about 20 years, but there are ways I feel to go about it. I was very upfront with her about everything at the job interview. You know, I gave her that respect. I told her, if school's shut down again, peace out, yo. My kids come first. My 12-year-old will not self-regulate enough to do his schoolwork and shit. So I need to be home to make sure that he fucking gets it done. I told her straight before she hired me. So, I don't know what the issue is. You know, if there's an issue, I wish she would fucking speak up about it. Because then I can either say, okay, we can work on fixing that, or I can say, I'm obviously not a fit. Here's my 2 weeks. You find somebody, I'll find something. We'll go our separate ways. It's all good. Like, I totally get that. That's fine. But to do it the way that I think she's doing it is wicked shady. And I have zero respect for that, so. I kind of feel like, fuck it, I'll find something else and just pooch out. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You know, I would feel bad about leaving my coworker hanging, but apparently she has somebody else now, so there ain't nobody left hanging nowhere. If I don't do anything, it'll be me left hanging, so that ain't happening. So, yeah. I think that's contributing a lot to my lack of energy and I don't have to like what I'm doing for a paycheck. I really don't. I got over that a long time ago. I just need a fucking paycheck. I need that structure. I need that reason to get up in the morning. I need to have shit to do. I need to know that I'm taking care of my family. Setting an example for my kids, you know. I have got to get a hold of my worker and see if she's heard anything else about the counseling situation, because my moods are just all over the fucking place. And that is also getting exhausting. I don't know. It's been a wild week, or a wild couple of weeks, actually. I don't know. I may have to go and grab another coffee. It's going down like water. Yeah, so that's why I haven't vlogged in a few days. I've just been so friggin' tired. Yeah, we'll see how all that goes. I don't know. It's... See, and I don't know where you can work without being vaccinated and who's forcing you to vaccinate. I'm going to have to start Googling some information, because I haven't Googled anything on these vaccines in, I don't know, a couple months. Trying to keep up on it so I can learn, you know, because as I've said before, really there's been nothing except conjecture, you know, except guesses and conspiracy theories for either side. There's no intelligent information. So I got to get back on and see if anything new one way or another has been put out there. But because I have no issue doing it as long as I know that it's gone through the proper testing, which the last I checked, it hadn't. I am not a guinea pig, sorry. I think doing tests on people without telling them you're doing tests on them is pretty fucking irresponsible. That's just my opinion. So, but I am trying to keep up on it to see if, because like I said, I am by no means anti-vax. I am all for vaccinating. I just want to know that it's properly tested. Just saying. I don't think that's too much to ask for. I do think it's kind of stupid to be forced to vaccinate for a flu, because that's what it is, but whatever. I have so many opinions on that. I don't know. I think if you're in the health industry, yeah, okay, I get it. Like, the only time I went and did that flu vaccine was when I was in the medical field. If you're not in the medical field, I don't think it's necessary. But whatever. It's like, okay, the kids right now, don't have to be vaccinated at all to go to school, okay? And nor do the teachers, to the best of my knowledge. However, You want to volunteer at the school? You have to be double vaccinated. Well, I guess you don't get no help at the school. That's just hypocritical to me. What do you mean? You telling me that the teachers come in and teach and that's it? They don't go nowhere? They don't, seriously? It's very hypocritical in my opinion. I mean, it doesn't affect me none. I ain't volunteering nowhere. Certainly not at that school. I would be asked to leave real fucking quick. I can remember a few years ago, there was another principal at Monkey School. I went in, there was some fuckery afoot with the kids, a bunch of bullying and whatever, and I'd fucking had it. And she was a new principal. It was like her first year, I think, and I thought, well, we need to break this bitch in and let her know the fucking rules, because... So I went in and said, because Monkey had defended himself, so Monkey was in trouble. And I went in and Monkey told me his side. I'm sitting there with the principal, me and Monkey, and Monkey is the most calmest, down to earth. He's as real as it gets. Like, this is what happened, this is what they did, this is what I did. Like, he rats himself out at the drop of a hat. And I've told him, ratting yourself out is not ratting yourself out when you're right. So he told me, yep, this kid did this, this, and this. And, I told him over the course of several days to knock it off. He'd gone to the teacher about it. It was brought to the principal's attention. Nobody did nothing. The kid kept doing what he was doing. Monkey had enough and he knocked his socks off. And I said, well, good. Good boy. Good boy. And, the principal, oh, well, hands off. And I said, look. Both my boys have been raised to not start shit. Do not start it. If you start it, you'll deal with me. And the good times will not be had. It will not be fun. But if somebody starts with you, you are not a doormat. You finish that shit. And that's if they're physical. I mean, words, you ignore people's words. Somebody touches you, somebody's poking you, or this kid was like poking him with sticks and just all kinds of fuckery. I'd spoken to the mother. His father went over and spoke to the mother because the father was hiding or in a home or whatever. They were a bunch of fucking junkies. That's a fact. They were my neighbors, I know. And like I said, the school was notified, his teacher was spoken to, the principal had been spoken to, and it just kept happening. So Monkey knocked his socks off. Fuck you. And I said, you know what? No, my kids are not doormats. They will not start shit, but they will finish it. Too bad. If you're not going to handle it, they fucking will. And she said, well, he's suspended for 2 or 3 days. They call it a cool down period, right? It's not a suspension anymore. I said, that's fine. So I'm going to take him home. This is what we're going to do is leave here and go straight to the Dairy Queen is what we're going to do. And I'm buying him whatever the fuck he wants. Then I'm going to take him out for dinner. He can stay home and play video games for 2 or 3 days. I don't fuck care. Well, you need to talk to him. And I said, no, I really don't. Nope. Good boy. Gave him a pat on the head, gave him a hug, gave him a high five. Took that boy out for ice cream. Fuck yeah, I did. Get the fuck out of here. But when we left there, this principal, this little moron, had the nerve to ask me to join the PTA. She's like, something about how I was very vocal and the advocating and blah, blah, blah. She was kissing my ass. Join the PTA. Oh, you want me to raise you money? That's all the PTA does. You want me to set up bake sales, craft sales, make your school money? Suck my metaphorical dick. I walked out. She's like, I come in here looking for you to fucking do something about the bullies of this goddamn school. And I said, I will phone Youth Division and I will set up a thing for Youth Division to come in and do a whole thing in front of the whole fucking school. The whole fucking school. We're not going to single people out. We're going to educate the whole fucking student body on bullying, the effects of bullying, the legal repercussions of bullying once a certain age is reached, like all that shit. That's what I wanted to do. That was my fucking solution. And I told her, I will make all the phone calls. I know who to call. I've been dealing with Youth Division for years. It's fine. I know them by first names. It's fine. Like I said before, I've been the mom of the bully and the mom of the bullied. So fucking talk to me like I don't know what I'm saying. And she was all excited about it and everything, and then fucking asked me to join the PTA. Useless. Fucking useless. Fuck. It was on the PTA. Fucking PTA. Jesus. She's like, well, you're a very good speaker. She must have completely ignored all the F-bombs that came out of my mouth because I was fucking mad. I curse when I'm not mad. When I am mad, I curse more and loudly. The principal they have there now, I've known for years. He worked there years ago when my eldest went there. He was like some sort of counselor or something. I don't remember. But I liked him. He was very straightforward. He was very no bullshit. He did not fuck around. He said what he said and that's it. Right? I like that. I had it out with him a couple of times last year over this COVID shit. Over the COVID and over teaching what were they in grade 5 at the time? Grade 5 students about Black Lives Matter. Fuck, I went in. I was not happy. I pulled him out. Like, oh, no, he will not be partaking in that. Thank you. We had a whole discussion. He pissed me off so much that I hung up on him. Because I'm that bitch. I said, fuck yeah, we're done. Before I say something that I can't take back, I just hung up. I was starting to lose my temper. He called me back, I don't know, half an hour or so later. He was like, can we talk now? I was like, okay. Let me grab a coffee and a cigarette and I'll go out on the porch. Because Monkey was home. I didn't want him to hear. In case I lost my temper again. And we had a really good talk about all kinds of shit. And I had apologized for, 1, for hanging up, and 2, because I dropped a lot of F-bombs on him. And he goes, no, it's fine. He's like, no, I get it. It's fine. He says, I would love one day to grab some coffee and sit out on the porch with you and talk about some things. And I say, yeah, I bet you would. I bet you would. I think a lot of these teachers and principals and even medical people are very tied down on what they can and cannot say to the general public for fear of job loss and such. I don't know, that's my opinion. Getting kind of all over the place here, aren't I? There's never any structure to my videos. I don't know. Shit pisses me off. Not even pisses me off. Frustrates me to no fucking end. Like, just the hypocrisy of it all. I mean, we're all guilty to some degree of our own personal hypocrisy. It's kind of part of the human condition. It fucking sucks. And I'm just as guilty as anybody else, but it still frustrates me to no fucking end. I recognize it, and it frustrates me. I recognize it in myself, and I frustrate me. So when I see it in other people or other situations, people I can just walk away from. Situations, it's like, God fucking damn it. Like, does nobody else see? Because, like, holy, oh, it gives me a headache. What time are we at here? Well, we're about 40, almost 42 minutes in. So I gotta jam. I gotta go home and make dinner for my kids and start some laundry. And I really want to put some Halloween decorations out because that shit makes me happy. With like 30 seconds of happiness a day, you know? I'll probably go grab a coffee too, because that one's almost dead. I don't know why I'm wearing a sweater today. I'm fucking dying. Oh my God, it's hot. But I'm cold in the house. And I don't know why, because the heat's not on or nothing. My fucking windows are open. Nothing makes sense anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna jam. So anybody who happens to be watching or still watching, I'm so very proud of you. But I hope you had a fabulous Thanksgiving. I hope you're all filled up on turkey and pie. I'm filled up on pie. You give a fuck about turkey. And stuffing. Lots and lots of stuffing. Oh. Anyways, hope you had a fabulous Thanksgiving. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk later.